What if I told you that the greatest resource on this planet is empathy, and that all governmental, tribal, cultural systems are built on the exploitation, manipulation, and the theft of empathy? So that would garner to say that the people who are being exploited and utilized for the extraction of empathy would be the people who have the most amount of empathy. And the people who have the most amount of empathy are the people who produce the most amount of oxytocin, which is the bonding chemical, which allows our brains to process empathy. So who processes oxytocin? Women and children. And that ability to love and believe in somebody, to give time, attention, and energy, women and children are convinced to worship their overlords and assimilate into a society that extracts empathy from others. If you noticed that whenever you're in a very toxic relationship where somebody is really harming you and you decide to pull away to take care of yourself, what do? They come back to you telling you their sob story because they want you to empathize with them. They want to extract your empathy because it's a resource. It keeps them going. It helps them believe in themselves. When we empathize with each other, we can build each other up and we can validate each other's feelings. The person doesn't feel so alone. The person feels as if they are loved and cared for. And the greater the capacity of somebody's empathy, the greater their chance of being targeted by non-empathetic folks who want to harvest their energy. So how do people harvest your empathy? First of all, it'll start with pretending to be a victim and to come at you with their victim's story. If you don't buy into that, they might start attacking you outright. Because then if they act erratically and act crazy, then your hypervigilance will kick in and you will want to analyze, why is this person doing this? So you're giving them time, empathy, and attention because you're trying to figure out why they're doing this. They're still getting energy from you. And in the last ditch effort, they will try to absolutely crush you and annihilate you just to actually prove to other non-empaths that you can't let the food source, go. You can't let the energy source, the empath source, and I think we're going to see this probably in the next 10 years. People say words like this, like empathy sourcing, empathy extracting, and we're going to see this happen. People are going to start talking in terms of energy. But once you start claiming your own energy back and you take care of your body and you work on your own energy fields, you see it. You not only see it, but you feel it in your body when you interact with people. You see their games. You see how they're trying to extract your desire to soothe and comfort, and they get you to keep engaging. And one of the things that I've noticed recently is, especially with the whole drop of the Epstein files, and it is absolutely horrendous. And as somebody I was a victim of that, I haven't really talked a lot about it because I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to extract anybody's empathy. I'm not here to talk about my experience. I'm here to share magical information so that people have the tools that they need to do to be sovereign. I'm not here to get brownie points as to what my life is. But I want to say that even I was drawn into it because of, when you're abused as a kid, you have this like little switch inside of you of hypervigilance, like, oh, there's evil. I need to analyze evil. I need to understand its breadth, its width, and how it exists. And then what I need to do is so I can keep it away from me, so I can navigate around it. And even in that is extracting your empathy. And I caught myself doing it. I caught myself like not doing my yoga, not doing my pranayama, because I was so obsessed with trying to figure out, is this evil close to me? Am I next? Am I going to be harmed again? Or are the people I love going to be harmed? And I had to pull away and realize, oh yes, even I got caught again having my empathy extracted from me. And so I had to pull that back and reinvest that into myself. And it's going to be a challenge, because the more and more we pull our energy into ourselves and invest into ourselves, the more the old machine, the beast system, breaks, because it is fueled by human empathy. And if humans are no longer empathizing with the beast and with the tribal, the hierarchical tribal systems that were set in place, it's like a giant egregore in the astral. If we are no longer invested in that, it is going to decay and crumble. And all of the dark beings that are at the top are going to start trying to, either the living and the dead ones. The dead ones will try to possess the living around us, and the living ones will try to possess our time, attention, and energy. So the best thing we can do, yes, stay informed, but use incredible amounts of discipline now, because the game is afoot, and they are desperately going to keep trying new tactics to get our energy and attention. So we need to keep refocusing our empathy and attention towards ourselves, and focusing on taking care of our bodies, our homes, our families, our friends, and our own spiritual practice, regardless of what's going on. You will be the calm amongst the storm. The more of us that do that, the more we take away food from the beast, from the engine of what is considered colonialism. It took a long time to build, and it is a very giant energetic structure. We have, and you can see as an empathetic person, because you're probably listening to this if you have empathy, you're going to see that, this empire or engine exists outside of you, but it actually exists within you too. You have a lot of mechanisms that are connecting you to it. So your goal through your spiritual practice is to learn to find your attachments, the reasons why you keep engaging in toxic dynamics, the reasons why you stop focusing on the health of your body, the reasons why you dissociate and doom scroll, the reasons why you stay in unhappy relationships, jobs, places, etc. Because really on the other end is your own joy. You are not a slave to an energetic system. You are a sovereign, beautiful being that has the most coveted energy on the planet, which is empathy. It's time that you stand and you give yourself joy, and you find places where you can experience yourself and experience joy with others around you. And I think that empaths are going to start to try to find their own communities soon, and the time of healing is at hand. But what we all need to do is unplug ourselves from the beast, unplug ourselves from this system which seeks to extract our time, attention, and ultimately our empathy from us.